Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know what I'm excited to do right now? Check up on Germany. I feel like it's been a few days, because it has. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm out of the loop. Did I miss something? What's going on in Germany? Let's see, let's check the news right now. Check the headlines. First things first. I mean, I've just searched Germany on Google News. Berlin rejects U.S. criticism of Europe. Okay. Merz meets Netanyahu under shadow of Israel's war on Gaza. Germany's Merz in Israel. Merz skeptical of U.S. peace proposals with Ukraine. Okay. Netanyahu says phase 1 of Gaza truce almost complete alongside Germany's Merz. So Merz has affirmed his support for the creation of the Palestinian state, while Netanyahu rejected such a move. Okay. Of course, Merz was at the meeting today with Zelensky, Macron, Starmer. Says the support for Kyiv will not falter. Like to hear that. And along with everyone else in Europe, he's skeptical of that peace plan that, I guess it leaked. So Merz actually said, I'm skeptical about some of the details which we're seeing in the documents coming from the U.S. side. That's why we're here. I didn't realize that. That's why they had the meeting? Damn. I've seen a lot of headlines like this about how they're beefing up security at the Christmas markets. Basically just adding bollards. Which I don't know what I think about that. I mean, this seems like luckily it's a pretty good solution. Whoops. It's a pretty good solution to the issue of a potential car attack. And it's a solution that's hopefully not very inconvenient to the people attending the Christmas markets. Although in general, it's very annoying to me how every time there's some bastard makes an attack like this, now we have to do all these precautions so that that specific attack can't happen again. You know what I mean? Eventually we're all going to be living in a bubble. We're all just going to have to wear VR headsets inside underground bunkers and attend the Christmas markets virtually through the eyes of our AI robots. No, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's good that they have security. And they kind of look like candy canes. All right. Actually, this is the second to top post. The top post is just about this guy who got citizenship in Germany. Yay. Dual citizen of Pakistan and Germany now. Congrats. But second post, a little bit more interesting. Okay, I feel like that's somehow insulting. This is not interesting. It's just, yeah. This guy got a note. Hi, please speak more quietly in your apartment. In your own language? Thank you. Honestly, I don't even know exactly what this means. What does the language being spoken have to do with anything? As far as, the noise? Is it okay to talk loud in German? Or just not English? Or I don't get it. I personally find this one funny that the Karen felt the need to write it down on a math note and put it in the mailbox while me and my wife were at work for the past 2 days. We came home pretty late, so there was no noise whatsoever. My landlord is in full shock knowing there was no official complaint, neither to us in person, to him, to the Hausverwaltung, nor the police. Oh, I guess it's not English, it's Romanian. Kind of weird that they wrote the note in English, right? They're in Germany, this guy's speaking Romanian, and she wrote the note in English. You know, this guy makes an interesting point, just saying the walls are pretty thick, because that is an interesting aspect of it. Because trust me, I've seen a lot of videos about the German construction. And the walls are this thick in your country. And the floors, I assume, might be even thicker. So how is it that people are getting so many noise complaints? Maybe it's because people have the windows open. I mean, there's a comma, so I would take this as encouragement to speak in your own language. Yeah, I read it that way too, but I knew that couldn't be what she meant. Hey, please speak quietly. In your own language, okay? Make sure to do it in your own language, quietly. What is that and why put it on the car? Attention, license plate has been invalidated by order of the registration authority. The vehicle is therefore no longer permitted to be operated on public roads. Please contact the registration authority with any questions. Oh, I'd shit my pants if I got this. All right, top post on the r/DE subreddit. I'm not even going to translate this title. I'm going to use my context clues. Welcome to my TED Talk. And then it says, how to avoid conscription and war. Support Ukraine with all means. Then someone shouts, but we don't want to die for Kiev. And then he taps it and says, support Ukraine with all means. And then this comment, just like the Swedes, stop and redirect development aid to African countries that vote against Ukraine, and for Russia and the UN and cooperate with Russian mercenaries to kill Ukraine. Whoa. Sweden did that? Kind of smart. Suck off humiliating behavior, sharp criticism of FIFA Peace Prize for Donald Trump. What is a FIFA Peace Prize? Apparently I'm not the only one asking, because CNN literally has a article. What is the FIFA Peace Prize and why did they give it to Donald Trump? Huh? So this is a brand new award announced just this November by the governing body FIFA, the football organization. An annual accolade given to someone who FIFA says has taken exceptional and extraordinary actions for peace, and by doing so, united people across the world. Oh man, yeah, no one's united the world like Donald Trump. That's probably the last word you could use to describe Donald Trump. Unifying. Like, out of every word in the dictionary, if you put it in order, that would be the last one to describe Donald Trump. FIFA says the award was presented on behalf of more than 5 billion soccer fans worldwide. I wonder how the 5 billion soccer fans feel about that. Oh, so I guess this guy, the president of FIFA, and Trump are like besties. He was at Trump's inauguration. So, okay. This is just a sham. Oh, and he had literally already vocally said Trump should win the Nobel Peace Prize. So he's like, Trump, I'll make an award just for you, okay? Since you didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize, I'm gonna give you an award. A day before the award was announced, Infantino took to Instagram to say Trump definitely deserved it. Okay, you could have at least pretended like it was like, you know, there was some suspense to it. The top comment. Hanging around a medal around your own neck because you think you're so great. I hadn't noticed that. He's literally putting it on his own head. Cringe. Oh shit. Someone else in my apartment building is making loud noising and accusing me of it. This anonymous threat came yesterday, addressed in my name. I am an expat living here for more than 3 years. Or for more than years. And I'm not the one slamming doors or making noises. Oh my god. Don't shush the doors. Shut your mouth. Be quiet. The whole neighborhood can hear you. I notice all your fails. I call the police. Is it that what you want? Respect the house rules. I do like his exclamation points. If I ever write someone a mean note, I'm going to use that. Is this camera for speed or also for red light? Both. And the guy responded, thanks, looks like I'm screwed. F in the chat for this guy. Whoa. Help dating this cigarette case. That thing's badass, I'm not going to lie. I'd probably smoke too if I had a cigarette case like that. I didn't even know cigarettes had cases, or that you could have a cigarette case. Picked up this cigarette case in a charity shop in the UK the other day. Wanted to try it out. Wanted to try and find out when, where, by who it was made. My guess is that it was made for an allied military personnel in Germany, because it says Germany, not Deutschland. Oh, interesting. And it says Saarland, so it's after 1957. Oh, but it shows it separated by a dotted line, so it might be the GDR. Literally every comment is just making fun of how he said he's trying to date the case. I prefer dating girls. This guy's just wondering why American bread looks different than German bread. and I already know what you guys are going to tell her, or him. You're going to say that you guys do sell this bread. It's just called American bread. I've seen it in the stores, in the videos. Funnily enough, we do have a special kind of toast that's extra large, extra white, and extra nutrient-free. Let me guess. It's called American. Yep. Taco Bell is coming to Germany in 2026. Okay, this is a wall of text, but he's talking about how, I guess, this had been announced that it was coming, and then there was fake news that it got canceled, but it actually is still happening. Taco Bell is coming to Germany in 2026. Looks like Q2 to Q3. First Taco Bell opening. I don't think that's gonna work. It's hard to believe that's gonna go well. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Taco Bell, but it has gotta be the most American fast food. A little bit ironic considering, of course, it's tacos. So it's like Mexican American. It's definitely like Tex-Mex, like it's definitely American style Mexican food. But you know, it's like the most fast food you can get. No one eats it thinking it's any good for you. I mean, it's mostly for like if you're either drunk or hungover. It's almost like unhealthiness is part of their brand, Taco Bell. Like they don't even pretend to advertise it as if it might be healthy for you. It's clearly not. So I just don't think I don't think that fits like the German lifestyle. I don't know. I'll be really interested to see how that goes. Damn, my sister received a $1,500 fine for missorting trash. Shit. You guys are gonna hate me for this, but I just have to be honest. I'd be broke if I got fined $1,500 every time I missorted trash. And there's only two bins here in America. And I would still be broke. I'm not gonna lie. That is rough. That seems a little steep, guys. For a first-time offense? I mean, damn. Let me read this. She's been living there for 4 years. She recently received a fine demand for $1,500 for putting a tomato can and a glass bottle in the wrong bin. She didn't notice the mistake, so it wasn't intentional. This is the first time she has ever been fined for something like this. The letter states a payment deadline of December 21st. She's extremely stressed because of her net income is only 1,800 euros a month. So she physically cannot pay this. I thought fines in Germany were like based on your income. What the hell? And does anyone else know how she can object to this or get the amount reduced? Oh, wow. You know, it's interesting. Like this type of thing, if you decide to... the answer to this last question in America... I don't know about Germany, obviously, but in America, the answer to this is just show up to your court date. Like, don't just pay it. Like, opt to take a court date and talk to the judge. And if you're sincere and you say you're not going to do it again and you say that, you know, it was an accident, they'll almost definitely drop all the fines and stuff. Like, I've done that myself for an expired... car registration. For a €1,500 fine, you must do more than throw a tomato can and a glass bottle in the wrong bin. I would hope so. Show the letter. Guess it's a scam. Oh, that would suck if this is a scam. Ooh, sounds like a scam. Damn. That would be scary, though, to be in, you know, to move to another country. You know, you're not totally familiar with all the way that everything works, and you get this letter that says it's from the government. It probably is a scam, huh? Because, I mean, for one thing, that's ridiculously high for just what she did. And for another thing, to make it due in only 2 weeks, 1,500 euros, it's just unreasonable. All right, I feel like I'm caught up. I didn't miss too much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.